Okay, those of you that have been following my different videos will remember I did a video for a W124 chassis Cabriolet. That particular mirror was beige and black as per the customer request. Today's project, I'm finishing up another Mercedes 124 Cabriolet mirror. This particular one is fully beige, so the mounting bracket and the mirror is beige. I wouldn't normally do two videos, but I wanted to showcase the two different options that I provide. And again, this mirror is unique for the 1993 through 1995 Mercedes-Benz W124 Cabriolet only. It requires that you provide me your mounting bracket. You'll need to send that to me so I can convert it into an auto-dimming mirror. I provide the auto-dimming mirror, you provide the mounting bracket. Or you can send me your entire mirror as well if you don't want to take it apart. The reason behind this is original mirrors for the Cabriolet are very expensive. They were also available in the R129 chassis for a couple of years. Those are also very expensive. So I can't buy those and have those in stock and sell you a completed mirror that way. It would be double the money. And it's not economical for me to do that, and it's not economical for you. This mirror, if you provide your mounting bracket, completed and shipped, if you're in the US, is $195. So that's why I have to do it this way. The other 124 mirrors I build, you don't have to send me your old mirror or your bracket. But if you do decide to send it to me, I can give you a $15 credit for sending me a usable bracket. But on the coupes and the sedans, I have plenty of brackets in stock to build mirrors, no problem. So wanted to explain that because I fielded a few emails from people asking why this mirror is different than the other mirrors I provide. So I'm going to show some different angles of this mirror so you can get an idea what the options on this mirror look like. And you can see inside of this particular bracket I've added a wiring harness with a 2 connector Molex for switch 12 volt and ground. On the 124 Cabriolet there is no switch 12 volt power up in the console area, so it will require additional work on your part to route wiring along the headliner, down the A-pillar and into the kick panel, and either tap into the accessory panel behind the driver's side kick panel or route the wiring into the dash and tap into the cigarette lighter or radio switch 12 volt. It's definitely mandatory that you do connect this mirror to a switch 12 volt and not a constant 12 volt. These mirrors were never designed to run that way. And this particular mirror also has an illumination light, so you definitely wouldn't want that running all the time. I'll show that later on in the video when we get to a different angle. And you can see on this particular mirror, obviously it is an auto-dimming mirror, but we have Homelink down here, so we have 3 buttons to control either 3 garage doors or 3 gates. This illumination button just lights up when you're pressing one of the buttons or programming it, and it flashes in different patterns to indicate what's going on. This is an LED. This was not on the last 124 Cabriolet mirror that I built. The cores that I use for this project, obviously to keep this cost effective, I try to source reasonable price cores, and those cores span a period of different years. On the later model cores that I do get, they do have this little amber illumination LED right here. This is something, I don't know if it's referred to as mood lighting, but it shines an amber light down on your center console area, and it is on when your car is on. So I'm going to try and capture that in this video, just so you can get an idea of what that looks like. Okay, I've dimmed my lighting down here on my photograph booth, so you can get a better idea of what this mood light looks like. It's not very bright, so it's probably usable to illuminate. I don't know, if you had to read something small, you could stick it right underneath this light while you were driving, or your passenger could put it underneath there. I'm not sure exactly what the logic is. Again, this is something that came factory on these core mirrors. I've never actually been in a car that had this, so I don't know if it illuminates the entire dash area or what. It's a neat option, I think, but it's not on all of the mirrors. I can't. If you order a mirror from me, I can't promise you that I can get a core that has this. So it's just something to keep in mind. There's a lot more mirrors available to me that do not have the mood lighting. So it's just whatever I can get from the different parts suppliers I work with throughout the United States at that particular time. So hopefully this came through okay, and it's enough to give you an idea of what that looks like. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up here. The last thing I wanted to mention was that although these colors are very, very close, they're not 100% match. Most people would not notice the color variance between this plastic and this, but there is a small difference. I want to mention that because I deal with a lot of different people throughout the world, and some of my customers are very, very, very particular about certain things. I can't guarantee 100% color match. We're talking used parts that are anywhere from 7 to 15 years old or older, from different parts of the United States that could come from high heat areas, you know, Arizona, Texas, Florida. The sun can fade plastics in different ways. And then, of course, there are manufacturer variances in colors. So this particular item, I'd say 98% of the people would never notice a color variance between the mounting bracket and the body. And this is because they're not actually touching. There is a space between them. So the slight variance would not be noticeable to the majority of my customers. But since I have dealt with this issue in the past, I always try to, you know, put that up front on the table for any potential customers that, you know, whether it's beige or gray, there's always a slight color variance. And this is not unlike you going to the Mercedes-Benz dealership and buying a replacement. In this case, this is parchment. Going to the Mercedes-Benz dealer and buying a replacement parchment trim piece for your car. Your car is 15 or so years old, 20 years old, give or take. A brand new part is not going to 100% match your interior. It's just not possible. Your parts have been aging for 15-20 years, and other parts are brand new. And then there's the manufacturer variance in the colors. So it's just something to take note of, and it doesn't just apply to colored plastic pieces like this. It could apply to the wood. The same concept applies if you go to replace a burlwood piece in your car. That piece will be probably nice and shiny and dark, and the pieces in your car will be a lighter shade because of sun fading. So it's something to keep in mind on any of these types of mirrors. It doesn't really apply to my black mirrors. If you're, if you have a 124 sedan or a coupe and the mirror and the bracket's all black, doesn't really apply to that particular situation. It really only applies to the Cabriolet parchment interiors and the gray interiors. So I'm going to wrap up this video. Hopefully that gives you Cabriolet owners a little bit more information and some ideas on what you can do to your Cabriolet to update it